Alright, this one is called How We Preserve Our Chosen Sexuality. Now, obviously, I don't know how to advise people with other sexualities. I'm heterosexual, old school. I'm naturally heterosexual, and I chose to be heterosexual. And I do things to preserve that. I don't know how these other sexualities preserve their sexuality, but this is what I've noticed, and this is advice to other heterosexuals out there. The tune is going to be an improvised freestyle, and it's called Waiting for You. Baby, are you ready for me? Maybe I can hear you calling for me. Daily, if you wanna make love to me. Date me, ready for me, me, waiting for me. Waiting for me, ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. Waiting for me, waiting for me. Yo, destiny has led to this. That's what I'm saying about this. Now, it's about preserving your chosen sexuality. I'm a heterosexual, and I was born like this. I must preserve it, no matter what it costs. I looked at all the other hetero, bi, homosexuality, and I looked at it as an adult, and I thought to myself, well, you're a heterosexual already, so what do you think? I looked at all the conditions that they get, all the health risks, all the potentials, all the opportunities, and I said to myself, well, I'm a man that's non-medicated. That's how I treat myself. If you're gonna be non-medicated when you treat your illness, it's best you don't expose yourself to unnecessary health risks. So what happened is I found myself, when I finally got enough knowledge to understand myself, that I'm a heterosexual. When I see a big booty woman, I get hard. So I'm a heterosexual, and I knew this from the age of 4. The first time I went nursery, when I left home, I saw one big batty girl, and she was only 4 or 5. I was 4 or 5 at the same time. I'm not a paedophile, I'm not promoting that. So I found myself getting hard and thinking like, what? I didn't know. All I knew is that there's something about the woman that was making my dick real hard. So, and only when I grew up into a man, that's when I realized, oh, so you're a heterosexual. So anyway, in today's life, other sexualities are opportunists. They advertise like how people advertise on TV. They do this to us, yeah, billboard, media, and all kinds of other journalists. So it's very hard to maintain your sexuality. I don't know how they do it yet, but you're bombarded with data units advertising different sexualities. Even animals are getting involved, and children, and so you have to keep yourself with what you chose. I chose to be heterosexual, and this is the method that I use. So I find you're gonna disagree with me if you're scriptural, but pornography works. It works. I don't know about all the other sexualities. I'm not going to talk about them. I don't know how to advise that. But from a heterosexual point of view, if you chose to be a heterosexual, it works. Pornography is very important to us heterosexuals. You must look at it. You must look at the girl getting fucked. So I find that this helps a lot, because when you go outside, you see on billboard, you see 2 mans, they hug, and you see a man and a child, or a man and an animal. So you got to make sure that that's when that bombards your mind, sooner or later your mind will switch. You start to think that, well, I might want to do that shit. So to counteract that, you got to keep yourself straight by watching some straight porn. If you're gay, I suppose you watch gay porn. If you're into pedophilia, I suppose there's people who do that too. If you're into animals, there's animal porn that you can watch. But for heterosexuals, we also got to watch some straight porn. So after I make this video, I'm gonna go out there and watch my so pornography is important. Don't listen to what scripture says and scripture advice. So it's like this, yeah, I'm not gonna hate on people for advertising their way of life, yeah. I'm not gonna say, oh, homosexuals shouldn't go out there and advertise on the billboards, bisexuals shouldn't advertise, But there's some other sexualities which I really think you shouldn't. If you're into animals and children, please try not to advertise your sex. But I don't know, there might be cultures where you can, so I'm not gonna hate on anyone. I'm not hating on anyone. Yeah. So when you find your mind drifting towards a sexuality that you did not choose, you must reinforce that, yeah, with some good porn. Yeah, you must choose your sexuality. Feel free to do that. If you choose homosexuality, good for you, do that. If you choose heterosexuality, then yeah, do that. Yeah. But I choose to be a heterosexual. I was born like that, and I considered everything. Yeah, I considered everything. I considered the health risks. Yeah, I considered the type of argument I'm gonna get into. When you're dating another man, you'll be arguing with a next man. I considered everything, and I thought, well, the best thing for me, being a broke nigga that is not medicated, and I don't it's not that I don't trust the medication, I don't trust the people behind it. When you're victimized, the way people compete, they'll victimize you through your medication. So I'm not going to take medication, and I find that all the other sexualities give you a higher risk of catching different diseases. So the one that provides me with the least risk of catching anything is heterosexuality. If you do it right, if you cover up, wear rubber at all times, yeah, and don't overindulge in that, yeah. So I found that it's the safest thing to do, yeah. There's one safer than that, and that's asexuality. But I'm heterosexual in kind, so I have to reinforce that. And so that's what porn is good for. That it's sin, but as long as you know why you're doing it, yeah. If out there people are manipulating you into moving away from what you chose to do, yeah, then you take it upon yourself to reinforce your choices. This should be global. This should apply to everyone, even homosexuals. Because if you chose to be a homosexual, then you must also enforce that and be that. But I chose to be a heterosexual, and I have to enforce that and be that. In my mind, yeah, I always enforce heterosexual thoughts. Yeah, when I see a billboard with two men on it, I know that's going to affect my mind, and I start to wonder, so I have to reinforce that. Yeah, I have to start conversations in my mind that reinforces that no, you're heterosexual. Watch some straight porn to reinforce that. That's what porn is used for, when you're using it the right way. Yeah, so this is not a hate thing, this is just enforcing my choices, and you made choices to reinforce those. You're free to do that, but I'm going to reinforce my sexuality, and porn is the right thing to do that. Those who tell us not to indulge in porn, yeah, and then we later find out that they've been fooling around with men and little boys. Yeah, we can't really look at them too hard and say this is the best advice that you're going to have in life right now, because in the 21st century everybody's advertising for their point of view and their way of life. Yeah, people are free to advertise. You must remember that. You can't hate on someone for advertising, but it's up to you, yeah, to follow your chosen path. And I choose this path, and I'm gonna reinforce it like that. Now, go on, listen to your thing. I'm gonna look at some porn.